Hi guys, and welcome back to another video here on this channel. Today I'm going to be starting a vlog and I'll be taking you along for my sewing tasks and projects for the week. First of all, today I've done a little bit of a dress rehearsal of my Royal Ascot outfit, and it's this dress here which we've seen before. I actually wore it from my branding shoot, so this dress I absolutely love. It's a Ted Baker number. I just love the silhouette on this dress, just gorgeous. However, I've popped on a few pounds since the last time I wore this, and I do need to make an adjustment. And yes, I'm daunting it a little bit because it's such a beautiful dress and I really don't want to ruin it. But let me show you what the problem is. This is the gorgeous dress, and essentially there's a side zip here, it's an invisible zipper. And I mean, the rest all fits fine, but you see where this waistband meets here? There's a lot of tension around here, and I need to increase this area here. I've had to think long and hard about this one, how I'm going to execute it. But this dress amazingly has pockets. So there's a pocket here and one on the other side. I don't think a dress like this needs pockets because, for example, like the event that I'm going to for the Royal Ascot, I don't think I'll be using both pockets. So I'm going to keep the right hand pocket. And for the left pocket, I'm actually going to get rid of it so I can use this fabric. So I'm going to use this extra fabric in this pocket to increase the spacing up here. So it means undoing the invisible zip, cutting this to the right side, attaching it all back on, and yeah, I'm a little bit scared, to be honest, because I really don't want to ruin it. But it's the only way. I'm not going to get any thinner, so I need to make this dress more wearable, and I would love to wear it for more occasions in the future. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's get unpicking. Wish me luck. So I'm going to begin with removing this pocket. So, scary times. So I've been quite lucky actually, just where the zip is, there was already a little bit of breakage there from when I was forcing the zip. So this is where the zip edge is. I'm just going to continue unpicking this, and that will release the pocket. And then I'm going to unpick, so I'm separating the lining and the actual fabric. So let's get started, shall we? Oh my gosh, it's so nerve-wracking when you take apart such a beautiful dress and when there's just such limited fabric to play around with. The risk I'm taking here is that obviously I'm only taking one side of the pocket out, and that could change the geometry of the fabric of the actual dress slightly. However, the fabric is quite a thick fabric, so I think it will still hold its shape really well. It almost does feel like quite a light upholstery fabric, so I might be okay. Obviously, if it's really quite different and quite noticeable, then I might undo the other side. But I do kind of want to keep a pocket in because I do think it's quite handy just to kind of hide a phone in there, or I don't know, your lip gloss or something. So yeah, the other option would have been to try and get some extra fabric from the length, but it's already quite a short dress, and yeah, I don't want it to be any shorter, to be honest. So this is the method that I'm going with. Let me know if you guys get also a little bit anxious with unpicking a beautiful dress, in case you make a mistake, because I for sure am nervous. So I'm going to get unpicking and then I will catch you up after. Okay, so I could have just messed up the whole thing. I've now got a huge hole in my dress. I've now got a huge hole in my dress, and the pocket has been removed. So this is how much fabric I've got to play with to insert into my dress, which is actually a pretty decent amount. But to take this out, I had to take out, or basically undo, the whole of the side and the front panel, which is slightly terrifying me because this could mean that I don't have a dress for the Royal Ascot. So I'm going to get planning on how I'm going to be doing this, and then I will get back to you. Now I've really had to play around with this because there's not much fabric here and it's a very awkward shape. This line is representing the waistline, so I'm going to have to cut 2 sections and 2 triangles, and that dotted line is the seam allowance. And this solid line here is the amount I'm going to increase the width by. And this I'm keeping as a seam allowance just as sort of a template. I'm going to cut this out, cut this in half, then attach it to the actual dress and then attach the dress to the zip. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'll show you as best as I can. I really can't get this wrong, but to be honest, I don't know how else I can do it without changing the shape. So I don't think we've got enough fabric to pattern match, so this is the plan. So this is the front part of the dress. This is the waistline. This is the invisible zipper. And so what I'm going to do first of all is attach. So do a seam with these 2 together here. Attach these 2 together with a seam here. Then attach, so fix the rest of the waistline here along with these together. And then attach this to the invisible zipper. So this could either be brilliant or an epic fail because it could just completely change the shape of the dress, but I don't think I've got a choice, so we're going to give it a go. What I forgot to compensate for was the lining, which is very annoying because now I'm going to have to undo the, I'm not sure how I forgot to unpick the lining, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, try to match them all up and obviously it doesn't match up. So I'm going to have to undo the lining that's attached to the zip and then recut the lining in the same shape as the outer and then pin it all together and then baste it and then try it on. So slight delay in the process there, but deep breaths. Okay, so I've done a quick basting situation just so I can understand, and I've tried it on and it does just about fit. I just didn't want to put too much fabric here, otherwise it'll be too noticeable. So ignore this. I'm going to do a permanent stitch now, and yeah, let's see. But I think once I press this and secure the stitches, it'll be much more flush and much more neat and a bit easier to understand the outcome. Hi guys, so it's another day and I left you last time in the middle of adjusting my dress for the Royal Ascot. It was a big job, much bigger than I thought it was going to be. I had to redo the lining. I had to do a lot of that by hand stitching the lining back in place just to give that really nice finish. But actually I'm really impressed with the outcome. The invisible zipper looks brilliant and the lining actually looks really good as well. So I'll show you what that looks like now. So here she is. I was a little bit concerned that the shape of the dress would change if I took only one pocket out, but actually worked out completely fine. This is the side with the extra panelling in, and I don't know if you can see actually, it's quite nicely blended. So it goes around here, it's kind of like a leaf shape. Very slight tucking here on the invisible zipper, but that's kind of a combination of the dart and the thickness of the fabric really, and I just didn't want to destroy the whole thing because actually it looks pretty good. And it goes all the way down here and it fits perfectly, absolutely brilliantly. And then if I show you the lining, I saved the lining from the pocket and I used it for this inner lining. So I stitched this bit back down and obviously there was a gap here, so I hand stitched all along the edge of the zip and joined up the other part of the lining together. And to be honest, I think it looks pretty seamless. You can't tell that I've done any major adjusting on there. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. It looks perfect. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. It was a huge relief because I got to a point kind of halfway through the destroying process and I thought, what have I done? I had to undo the whole waistband and I was just thinking, oh my gosh, I've ruined it. I've just ruined it. There's no hope. But yeah, no, it was a day of laborious work. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do that for any dress. It has to be a particularly special dress for me to go through that sort of extent of adjustment, but it worked out well. It didn't change the shape and I can actually wear it to the Ascot. So what I'm going to be doing now, my next task is to use the remainder of my Sinamay that I used to make my fascinator, which if you missed that video, I'll link it either up on the card here or down in the description box down below. Super fun to make and it turned out really nice. I was on the hunt for a matching handbag, however, it's been really difficult to kind of match the colours without walking around the shops with the actual fascinator, and it's just been a real effort. So I thought with the extra sort of half a metre of Sinamay that I've got, that I would make a matching clutch bag. I was saying last time that my dress does have a pocket, only one now, it used to have two, but it's got one pocket which I think is going to be perfect for either my car key or the phone, and then I want a small little clutch bag that I can put my vlogging camera in, because I do want to take you along for the day as well. And yeah, I just want it all to match seamlessly. One thing I don't think I've shown you is my shoes that I'm bringing actually. So I've got two options. This actually was the tag for my dress. Yeah, it was pricey, but to be honest, I think it was this dress that really inspired me to start creating my, oh my gosh, there's a spider. You right, mate? You right? I think it was this dress that actually inspired me to start making my own clothes, because it was one of those very rare dresses that I just really felt fabulous in and special, and I just loved it. Now these are not Clark, well these are Clark shoes. These I have not worn yet, but it's these gorgeous beige suede shoes and they're super comfortable. I've got these in black that I wear all the time. I've not worn this colour though because I've just been absolutely terrified of completely making it dirty. So yeah, I mean, that's an option if it's not raining. If it is raining, then these are slightly older shoes that I still really enjoy. These are from Marks and Spencer's. However, they're not as comfortable, but they've already got quite dirty from all my previous outings with them. So I wouldn't mind if it was raining that I could get these a bit mucky as well. So this is option B, and I'll bring them both just in case. I'm going to make a start on the bag now. I'll show you what I've done with the bag so far. So this is the fascinator that I made in my last video. I'm super pleased with it and I just absolutely love it. But I do have quite a lot of this Sinamay fabric left to make some more bits with. So I'm going to use that to make a bag. And what I've essentially done is I've created a few of these strips like I did for my actual fascinator. And what I've actually decided to do is to weave it quite tightly together. So this is not secure. I'm going to make this much neater, and I think I'm going to glue gun this part together. And this is going to make the front and top panels, so it's almost the flap of the bag. And I'm going to try and construct a kind of a cuboid shape for the rest of the bag, because I've got quite a lot more Sinamay left. It probably will be a little bit transparent, but I'm not mad about it, to be honest. Because what I'm planning on putting in is my camera and be in this case, and so at least it's a uniform colour rather than kind of multicoloured inside. But yeah, I just thought it'd be quite fun and quite creative to make something a little bit more different. Again, it's kind of just like a pretty bag. It's not one that I think I'm going to be using on multiple occasions unless I use my fascinator again. So yeah, just thought we'd get that done as well. So let me get the hot glue gun fired up, and then I will start securing this together, creating the flap shape, and then we can move on to making the actual compartment part of the bag. So I've glued all these pieces together, so this is all nice and secure. What I'm going to do now is fold these round, so kind of like this. I might keep a bit of volume like that there, just to give it a bit more depth. I'm going to leave these parts long in case I want to use that to attach it to the actual bag itself. So I'm going to focus for the moment just to neaten up these three sides here. And then I'll join you back. This was the flat piece that I made earlier. What I've done is 3 cubes up and I've used the top cube here for the top pouch, and this is going to attach to the back panel to give it some strength, and this is essentially going to be the flap of the bag. And then these extra pieces that I trimmed off, I'm going to use this for the side panels here, here and at the bottom. And then I'm going to sew a matching back piece for the front and then sew it all together. So I'm going to sew this part, I'm not going to glue anymore. The gluing stage is done. And then I think it'd be a really cute little clutch bag that I can take, and it's definitely going to fit my camera in and even maybe my keys, and yeah, that looks really cute. So let me get cutting up some more of the pieces and then I will show you the finished outcome. I'm just hoping these glue bits do come off easily because I'm seeing some white parts and I have a feeling I might need to go over with a Sharpie like I did with the fascinator. Okay, let's go. Guys, it looks so cool. It took me so long to hand sew everything and I just got to the last part and I thought, I'm just gonna glue gun the last bit down. But, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh my gosh, how adorable is that? And just for reference, here's the fascinator. And yeah, I just think they look so gorgeous. And can you believe I've still got more of this fabric left over? Just crazy how far this stuff goes. But yeah, I made a little flap opening bag, which is perfect for the size of my camera, and I could probably fit something else in there, like a lip gloss or something. And yeah, I haven't put a closure on it just because I think I'm just going to be holding it like a clutch bag or under my arm or something like that, but I just think it looks gorgeous. I had to hand sew the edges here, which took a really long time, and on this side. And then in the end, I just decided to hot glue gun this bit down because as well, I probably think that's more secure. It's not going to unravel or anything, and quicker. So, oh my gosh, I'm so pleased with it. How cool does it look? What I was finding was that because it is very transparent, I didn't want the front to be as transparent, and so I did put in a lining just to make it less catchy and a bit more smooth and a little less see-through. But here she is in all her glory and I'm absolutely loving it, and I'm so glad I got that done because I was so worried I wasn't going to get that done in time. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see this little combination in action for the Royal Ascot, then I would highly suggest that you subscribe and hit the bell, just so that you're notified when that video goes live, because I will be vlogging the day. I will be showing you my full outfit with my shoes and accessories, and yeah, I just can't wait. So until next time.